Hello everyone, I'm Charlie Danis of Capital Athletics, and joining me now the head coach of Capital Football, Mr. Candeto. And coach, you got to play your first home game of the 2014 season, and you also got your second win of the 2014 campaign. First of all, what was it like playing in front of the hometown fans for the first time this year?
It was great. We had a great crowd. I think standing room only is what I heard. So it was neat to have the fans out, see the purple there, and see all the support from not only our fans, but also our students as well.
Now, one guy that really stood out in that 34-21 win over Wilmington was Brent. Walton. Let me read you his stats here. 25 carries, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaged nearly 9 yards per carry. You've seen a lot of football in your day. When you watch Brent run, who does he remind you of in terms of running style? Because he's a kid that just loves contact. He can run through a wall for you. It doesn't matter if it takes 2, 3, 4 guys to bring him down. He's going to try to gain every single yard on any single carry.
Yeah, Brent's one of a kind. Nobody comes to mind directly that he's one of those old school type fullbacks that's going to run through you. And I was talking to our AD earlier this week, and he said, I was watching the game and Brent broke out on a run, and the defender was coming at him. And Brent didn't run away. He looked for contact, and that's the type of player that Brent is. He doesn't shy away from contact. He's an old school type football player. He lives for that contact, and as a result, he's a very good football player. But he's not just a plugger, as you saw on Saturday. He can break out and break the long ones as well.
He's got good feet as well. Another guy that we saw on offense in that game against Wilmington, Nick came in at quarterback. I thought he did a decent job running the offense. I'm sure it's nice to have a guy like that come off the bench that can lead you to a victory if need be.
Yeah, it is, and that's the second year in a row that we've had our backup quarterback win the game for us against Wilmington. And obviously he didn't win it himself, but he played a huge part in that. So kind of ironic that happened 2 years in a row. Nick did a great job. He didn't grade out as high as we would have liked him to. Obviously first, I really consider it kind of a start for him. He come in, he's thrown into a situation, wasn't probably expecting that. Nick's a cool customer. He showed that all throughout camp and all year long, and he's just done a nice job handling the pressure. And I trust Nick. I told him on yesterday on Monday, I said, Nick, when things happened and I looked to put you in, I didn't panic one bit because I understood that he was going to be calm and he was going to do the job that we needed him to do.
Always good to have a backup quarterback just in case a situation arises like that. So let's now switch sides from offense to defense. Your defense came up with some big plays. Joe Rodriguez with a 93-yard interception return for a touchdown. TJ Langermeyer, who was also named OAC Defensive Player of the Week, came up with a big fumble recovery deep in your own territory when Wilmington was trying to put the ball in the end zone. Talk about your defense's performance. Do you feel like they came of age a little bit, forcing 5 turnovers against the Quakers?
Yeah, I think so. I think there were some big improvements from week 1 to week 2. If you look at the passing yards we gave up last week, they weren't anywhere close to the week before. So made some big time adjustments. That's an offense that likes to throw it around and do a lot of multiple things. They got 2 athletic quarterbacks that they played against us. I think we did a pretty good job of containing both those quarterbacks. So obviously getting 5 takeaways in a football game definitely helps. I don't know that we win that game if we don't get 5 takeaways. So the interception early was huge. That put us up. It really, to me, it changed that momentum of what was happening there. Long drive, you're sitting there saying, man, I hope we can make a stand. I hope we can make a stand. And then Joe comes up with a great interception and just does a nice job finishing, which was really neat for Joe. As a freshman starting, his parents were up from Miami, got a chance to see that. So that was a neat story that happened there. And then, TJ's play as well. I thought TJ played very physical on defense, whether it was, forcing fumbles, recovering fumbles, taking on blocks from, they had some pretty big linemen out there. He did a nice job being physical up front. And, I was proud, especially in the second half. I think our defense did a nice job up until that very last drive where we gave a long touchdown pass. But, I came over the headset in the second half and just said, hey, to the defensive coaches, you guys are doing a great job this second half. Keep it going. And really they kept us in position to win that football game in the second half.
So now you switch your attention to a different opponent, an opponent that's not named the Quakers
right.
For the first time this season. The Muskingum Muskies, 0-2 team. They took one on the chin against Mountain Union last week. Then again, a lot of teams take it on the chin against Mountain Union. But what needs to be done in order for your team to get a win against Muskingum? Oh, by the way, another game on the road.
Yeah, it's a night game on the road, and I've already told our guys that's going to be a tough environment to play in. I think our guys are excited to play a night game and go into somebody else's space and try and get a win. Muskingum traditionally has been a pretty physical football team, and they're big again this year, especially on the offensive side. Their line is huge. So matching their physicality, because last year they were physical against us. And I thought Wilmington was very physical this past week, and we're getting ready to hit a stretch here in our schedule where it's all OAC games, so it's going to be week after week after week that we're going to have to play very physical football games. So, you know, just matching that level of intensity, and I think for us it is continuing to sustain success. You know, we've done some nice things on offense and defense, and it seems like every single game there's a letdown here or there, whether it's letting a quick score happen or us missing a pass, you know, just trying to get to that level of consistency. And I think if we can do that on Saturday and execute on a consistent basis, we'll be pretty good and we'll have a good game.
Well, good luck against the Muskies, going for win number 3 of the 2014 campaign. Coach, thank you so much. Coach Craig Candeto joining us here as his Capital Crusaders go for win number 3 here in 2014, going on the road to face the Muskingum Muskies. I'm Charlie Danis for Capital Athletics. We'll see you next time.